Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I come today with information that I feel will help you on your individual soul journey and will help you understand collectively what's taking place around you. Before I get into that information, I want to let you know if you're looking to support the work that I do on my channel, a like on the video goes a long way, a comment on the video goes a long way. Sharing my services means a lot to me. And I have semi-annual sale going on right now, so if you're interested in bookings with me, now would be a good time. So in this session, I want to talk about some downloads that I got about the collective experience. I also want to talk about some individual experiences that I've been having. And we, in this video, want to bring into scale, what has been accomplished here? What have we achieved here? What has this all been for? And how is this place called the Earth and the soul's participation within it different than where else we've been? So a couple of videos ago, we talked about the love that's being formed here, the love that's being created here, and how it is meant to be complementary but still unique in regards to all the other forms of love that exist in the universe. We on the Earth have accomplished creating a kind of love that is unique and distinguished in the universe, and this will be our legacy for forever. We've contributed to creation in a way that is, to a lot of souls in existence, unfathomable. And I do want to let you know that on the Earth today, we have achieved gaining more potential to hold light within this vibrational sphere than we ever have in any other place that we've been. So when we were Pleiadians, we went through a lot of density and darkness, and we endured that density and darkness to see what potential and capacity for love and light it would bring us. What we have achieved here on the Earth in entangling with density in the way that we have is the highest potential for light within a vibrational place that has ever existed before. And you're part of that. So I want to say, that's a really big accomplishment and achievement. And I know that you're an individual who's looking for unity and sovereignty and all of those good things, and understanding of, who you are and why you're here. But let us consider that what we've achieved collectively is unprecedented and will stand the test of time legacy-wise. And our time here on the Earth, what is taking place here, and the way that we've accomplished what we have just goes to show you that you're a soul, you and I are souls who were not necessarily interested in the path most traveled. We understand that in this point in our experience in coming into the dimensional spaces, we're looking for untraveled roads. We're looking for paths that we can open and clear personally ourselves, because that is where we have discerned the most value and, the highest utility for us being in the dimensions can be found. All right, so I will continue now with the collective energy update. We're giving this information now because it will help set the tone as we go forward into 2025 and help us know what to expect and look out for, and to know what it is when it arrives. Many of you, especially in the last few months, have felt as though the passage of time has been excruciating. The passage of time is very fleeting, time is hard to hold on to, and it's hard to, when we're in linear time, kind of capture and appreciate the moments that we're in and everything that we've crossed paths with that we want to admire. So time, at least in our perception of it, is going to stabilize, it's going to normalize, and there's going to be a coherence gained with the passage of time, which is actually a remembrance of being quantum and in linear time and other places in time. So it will be easier for us as old souls and light workers to make ends meet energetically. And there's been a lot of fulfilling what I need to fulfill during my everyday life, and, not having enough time and resources available at the end of things to kind of pursue your spiritual goals and motivations and interests. Expect to be greater friends with the passage of time, and know that you're not meant to be at the mercy of it. It's supposed to be a tool that you utilize, and you're remembering how to do that now. I also know that our hearts are going to benefit the most from the new energy that we're in and the shifts that are taking place collectively and individually. And the thing about the heart in the third dimension and in separation is that it kind of perpetually feels like it's fighting for its life. And, you know, that will ring true for a lot of you and how you feel inside. The heart is having an experience that it understands is important for finding a version of itself that's capable of honoring the potential that we're looking for here. The heart has been struggling in linearity, feeling as though it's searching constantly. The heart always feels like it is perpetually, at least for the most part, longing for something. And I know that a lot of you have found the fix for that and have been way showers how to acquire that healthy state of being with the heart. As we move forward, allow your heart to be in a state of receptivity for these new energies arriving that are specifically tailored and encoded to support it in its efforts here and to help it find that quantum version of itself that can entangle in the reality in the way that it was always meant to. Some of you are going to notice very casually healthier, less dualistic mind chatter. And a lot of why this is happening because these borders from the fourth dimension into the third have been shored up very securely. We don't often realize it, but a lot of our chatter internally is coming from a lot of different sources. One of those sources would be the fourth dimension, which is integrating a lot of duality consciousness and a lot of service to self consciousness that we're like fighting off constantly. So when there's more security and less open, less sensitivity to what the fourth dimension contains, our inner chatter will be a lot more harmonious and we'll be able to formulate activities and states of being that are in resonance with love and light. And, you know, those pieces and parts of us that think highly and that can be curious and that have sense of wonder at their disposal, let those be the systems that influence and allow us to spend our time here productively. So with the heart finding its pace, with stabilization in linear passage of time, with security in the fourth dimension, helping our mind space and our mind chatter, there's going to be a normalized sensitivity. And I know that a lot of you have been so sensitive your whole life. I have too. It's going to be very welcome to not feel as sensitive as we have been. And this is going to happen as a result of new energies coming in to normalize and stabilize the space. This is also going to be occurring through integrated sensitivities from other places in time, where yes, you have been sensitive, but you needed a skill set or the archetypes and imprints to like complement the sensitivity. So let's say you were a healer in a past life. In your experience and repetition and everything that you did as a healer, you learned how to use your sensitivity as a complement, as, you know, something that is productive and healthy for everybody that you encounter and engage with here. Not the kind of sensitivity where you would withhold your ability to heal and the tools that you have because of fear of that sensitivity or the sensitivity being too much that you don't want to do the work. Okay, so I want to talk now about an experience that I had. And when I tell you about things like this, it is to encourage you to go and seek your own similar experiences. I have been exploring my inner world as substantially as I have for the last 5 years. I've found very few experiences that were as profound as what I encountered the other day. So I'm just going to describe it to you and tell you about this encounter that I had. Hopefully encourage you to stretch your wings and look for similar things. I went into the Akashic records and didn't look for anything, didn't ask for anything. I just simply made a statement: "Dear Akashic records, show me what I need to see," which is normally the best course of action to take. And what I observed after asking that question took my breath away. I observed a source of energy, little fragments of the source of energy, coming through a portal and entering into the universe, not through the wind of birth, but through, the passage that we observed. And when I was observing this, I was watching souls being born. And I knew fully that was what I was looking at. And I understood that what I had gained access to observe was special, and that I should, be eternally grateful for what I had the chance to see. When I was having that experience, watching the souls coming in, I noticed that there was somebody with me. And it was a feminine energy, but I couldn't see anybody or anything. So what I did is I disengaged from watching the souls come in, and that visual disappeared and never really came back. I greeted an individual aspect of the Akashic records who let me know that her Pleiadian name was Prisma. And I have encountered Prisma several different times now when opening the Akashic records for myself. I have at times before felt, heard, seen, collaborated with Prisma in the way that I did then, but not as dynamically. So I tell you about this as a means of, encouraging you to continue to explore your inner world. And we want to remember the inner world is far more vast than the external. And everything that the external world is doing right now is to try to deter you from entering the internal, even in this period of time. So keep that in mind. Thank you very much, you guys. I will see you soon. Goodbye.